Hello everyone, I am Britney Henry, the Marketing Assistant at FlightScope.
And I am David Mayberry, FlightScope Softball Application Specialist.
We look forward to showing you our FlightScope softball presentation today.
We call it the FlightScope Strike. We supply the complete system for in-game and practice ball tracking. We track the full flight of the pitched and batted ball. The FlightScope Strike includes the Doppler radar, the white box you see on the screen, a tripod, which is not shown, and a Surface Pro touchscreen computer. Built into the radar is a hotspot with a Wi-Fi dongle, so you do not need internet connection. You also receive a Leica laser measuring device, most often used in stadium setups. The Leica is placed on the tip of home plate, and the laser beam shoots back towards the stadium to measure the distance to the radar and the height of the radar above home plate. This geometry is critical for the more precise metrics of release point and strike zone locations.
Some of the features and benefits of the FlightScope Strike system are that it's portable and non-intrusive. It is the only technology on the market that accurately captures pitching and hitting data both in-game and practice in an indoor and outdoor environment without impeding play. You can also do scorekeeping and tagging to give actual and contextual meaning to your data in the FlightScope app and PC software. FlightScope Cloud is the easy post-session data upload process where data is translated into detailed reporting and charts viewable on the softball FlightScope Cloud. You own the data that the FlightScope Cloud provides, including data visualization and tables to facilitate player development and recruiting. Video integration provides action video clips automatically created from any camera source and uploaded into the FlightScope Cloud for review and session data.
Doppler radar tracks the full flight of the pitch, from release point to catch, and all the data points of the ball flight. The same with batted balls, where the radar tracks the entire flight. The metrics measured include pitching data as shown on the slide, including pitch spin, pitch speed, vertical and horizontal break, strike zone location, and approach angle. Hitting data includes exit velocity, launch angle, batted ball direction, carry distance, hang time, and hit spin. The FlightScope Strike within one platform can provide pitch data in a bullpen, hit data in a cage or BP, or both pitch and hit data simultaneously in games, scrimmages, and live at-bats. Here on the screen is the Surface Pro computer, shown on the left-hand side. There's a data visualization with 3D field view. The FlightScope interface is very intuitive and visual because these days we all are visual learners. You can even mirror this screen to a larger TV or digital scoreboard. Uniquely with the Surface Pro touchscreen, you can swipe left or right, zoom in and out, and see the pitch's actual 3D trajectory shape and the hits from different angles. On the right-hand side of the 3D field view screen, you can see some of the pitch and hit data. These data tiles, along with the pitch and hit trajectory, populate real-time immediately after the event of the pitched and batted ball.
The FlightScope Cloud is an online platform that provides users a detailed picture from all softball environments. The online reporting enables any player or coach to drill down into an exact player, game, and team reporting and analysis. With one platform, you can see how well players perform in-game, under game time stresses, and in all training sessions, including scrimmages, batting practice, bullpen sessions, cage work, and live at-bats. See reports and data visualization with various pitch charts, hit charts, and pitcher batter matchup charts, including heat maps, spray charts, strike zone maps, and grouping of release point charts. Use one platform to capture and organize all the valuable charts and graphs for every game and practice session for the most accurate and complete player development insight.
Here is a visual of the data table on FlightScope Cloud. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can filter any data point at any time. You can filter amongst games, players, a pitcher against left-handed or right-handed batters, and a specific pitcher against a particular batter. The filtered data table shows the different metrics in each column. The column headers parallel the session output CSV file, which is stored locally on the computer. That is, after any event, any session, whether in-game or a training session, you'll have a CSV file, which you can then manipulate and ingest into a FlightScope cloud or other analytic platforms. You own the data. The new multi-angle video integration feature enables multiple video angles in-game or in practice with as many cameras as you wish. The FlightScope radar will automatically clip or edit the video based on the trigger, pitch, and batted ball events. In settings, a predetermined amount of time, like 3 or 4 seconds, can be added before and after the triggered event. That's right, the radar does all the editing and all the hard, tedious work to clip each pitch and hit event from each video angle. When you upload each video footage along with the CSV up to FlightScope Cloud, the data and video will sync based on each feed's time and date stamp. Ultimately, the video clipper saves time, and the video from multiple angles in a game or practice session provides excellent context to the FlightScope performance data. Here we have another customizable visualization primarily used in bullpen sessions. We call it the dashboard view. It was developed by Kyle Snyder, the pitching coach for the Tampa Bay Rays. Kyle wanted to carry and collect instant feedback data while he was standing next to the pitcher in a bullpen. Because the Strike has a built-in hotspot, he could walk around the mound and relay instant feedback to the pitcher from the wireless connected Surface Pro. The computer screen was designed with 6 blocks for 6 different inputs to change whatever data you wish to display in each block. For instance, in the upper left, you can tag the pitcher pitching and the pitch type. Right next to that, in the center block, you can have the strike zone map, which you can flip from catcher's view to pitcher's view. Immediately after each pitch is thrown, the pitch data populates on the screen. The upper right block could be the release point chart, showing the grouping of the color-coded pitches. Of course, data visualization is valuable in seeing if the pitcher is releasing in the same location for all pitches to help in their tunneling and deception. The lower left block is a glance table, data table. Next to that, a pitch speed plot. And then you have a polar spin plot with tilt and axis and spin rates. Soon you will be able to select input from multiple video angles into a block that is automatically clipped for that pitch. All of this data and video provides immediate real-time full pitch data to help your pitcher's pitch design and development. The FlightScope Strike Doppler radar tracks the pitch's entire flight path and all the data points from release to catch.
You can see here a live game broadcast setup at the USSSA complex at Space Coast Stadium in Vieira Beach, Florida. At USSSA, they have 15 radars, one in each of their 15 fields. So when they are running tournaments and showcases, they collect data and video in all the fields. The game broadcast can then be streamed with data overlay. FlightScope can then be seen at many showcase events and even individual live streams, especially with challenges of scouts and families are not able to attend games. One of the greatest features of FlightScope performance data is that it can be overlaid on any broadcast or live stream. This increases fan engagement at times when stadiums might not be as full as they once were. We can now work with broadcasting and live streams to project the overlay of this data for fans who cannot be in game.
We feel in-game performance under pressure is the most accurate indicator of player performance and development. You can also compare how your players' practice translates to the performance in games. Some players perform better in-game under stressors with increased focus and adrenaline, while others do not. To have that ability to track both pitch and hit simultaneously, outdoors, indoors, in-game, and in practice is invaluable and the best way to evaluate player performance. With the accessibility of FlightScope Cloud, players, coaches, scouts, and family have secured access to see player and team data anytime and any place.
Here you can see some standard placements of the Strike unit. The most common setup of the Strike is mounted on a tripod. The orientation of the radar is behind home plate. It can be set up at virtually any distance behind home plate. It can be right behind the net in a cage, or a bullpen, or BP. It can be located behind the netting of the on-field backstop, or it could even be up in the stadium in front or in the press box. Because the FlightScope Strike is a Doppler radar technology, the radar can see through netting and windscreen to capture pitch and hit data. You can also mount the radar on a bracket. Often this is set up where there is metal or chain link fence. Many stadiums choose to permanently or semi-permanently mount the Strike radar on a bracket at the press box and have additional brackets with 4 easy thumb screws to mount the radar in a bullpen or at a batting cage. Our technology is trusted by many worldwide. We help the U.S. national team, the Japanese national team, the Czech Republic national team, and some of the top Division I universities in the country. Somebody can even see our technology at mid-major colleges since FlightScope provides affordable in-game pitch and hit data with the flexibility to use indoor and outdoors. Many academies, travel teams, and high schools use FlightScope technology for youngsters to start to learn the game from a technical standpoint and see how data can help their game.
FlightScope is not a startup company. It started in 1989, 31 years ago, by our CEO and founder, Henry Johnson. FlightScope began in the defense industry and still serves 25 countries in missile tracking radar. FlightScope moved its world headquarters to Orlando, Florida about 14 years ago, particularly for its golf product. South Africa is still FlightScope's R&D and where we build our radars. Today, FlightScope is the leader in the softball industry. FlightScope has diversified into multiple sports from golf, tennis, baseball, softball, and athletics.
Thank you for joining us today, and here is our contact information. Please feel free to give us a call or send us an email at any time. At your convenience, you can visit our website at softball.flightscope.com to look at more detailed information on the Strike unit and any of our other sports. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Enjoy the rest of the 2020 NSCA Virtual Conference.
We look forward to hearing from you.